It's in the game. to Pasadena and the majestic Rose Bowl, one of the unique settings in all of sport. This year's Rose Bowl, presented by Prudential, is a crucial part of the college football playoff. Hi, folks, and welcome to this highly competitive matchup as we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. Tigers will kick this deep to get us going. He'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. The Longhorns offense comes on the field first today. Kirk, let's check the impact players in this game. Guys who have been leaders, guys who are being counted on to deliver today.
Well, these are the guys that both these teams rely on, as you said, to be able to make the plays. And more importantly, when it gets into that point in the game where you need to be able to have some leadership, these are the men that are going to have to step up and be able to provide that for each team.
Now it's second down here. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has a handoff. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play. Looking to throw. It's Manning. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
It just looked like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a bit too long that time, allowed the defense to be able to get the pressure, and they come up with the first sack of the game.
The Longhorns will have to punt this one away. He's on to boot it away now. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. So Clemson's offense out there for their first possession. Because we know this top quarterback is a confident guy, but talking to him, he's also well aware how good that edge pass rusher on the other side is.
Well, he better be ready today. He's got great skill. We know what he's capable of doing, but this will be the best defensive end that he's faced all year with that kind of pass rushing ability. So he's going to have to maneuver around in that pocket to make plays.
Second down play coming up. He hands it off from the gun. That's a stop behind the line of scrimmage. They've got him for a 3-yard loss. They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
I think that was a coverage sack as much as anything. They sat back in a dime defense with 6 defensive backs, and none of them blitzed. They just sat back in coverage, and the defensive line eventually came up with a sack.
Tigers will send the punt team onto the field. We'll call for the fair catch here. And to begin the drive here, set up at the 30. Opening play of the drive, he looks right for a completion. He's brought down after a short gain. That's not going to be first down yardage. Behind the line, it's Moore. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And the pass is complete to the tight end. They bring him down at the 45, and a solid gain to keep this drive going.
That's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility and what he can do from that slot position. He could be the quarterback safety blanket.
The Longhorns will have 1st and 10 here. Send the back in motion. Looking to throw yet again. Wide open downfield. We finally make the tackle all the way down to the 32. Longhorns pick up enough for a first down here. Grab behind the line. It's Moore. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion. Here's the second down play. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Washington. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker. So let's see what the play caller likes here on 3rd and short from the +27. The pocket breaking down. The pass rush gets home.
Well, I love this defense and how they're playing some man coverage. And let's face it, when you do that, it's a bit risky. You can leave your defensive backs out there on islands, but the good combination of good coverage with a good pressure on the quarterback, and you come up with sacks like this.
Coach is going to take the 3 points. Here comes the field goal unit. The attempt from 47 yards. And he's got it from 47 yards away, showing off the deep range.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the first play of the drive now coming out from the 17-yard line. First play of the drive, he looks left for a completion. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. Trying to find room. It's Haynes. That'll pick up a first down out of the 37. The running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Quick throw by the quarterback off the RPO. They've got him at the 48, but that's a first down.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple of plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, man, puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
The offense will set up on 1st and 10. He'll hand it off. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line. The offense will line up, chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. To the air, it's Klubnik. Under pressure, just lets it go. Must convert here on 3rd down to avoid back-to-back punts to start this game. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Caught over the middle, it's Randall. They get him down to wrap up the first period of play. So Texas has the lead, Kirk, as we break here for the quarter. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Quick throw complete to the tight end. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down. Dropping back. Looking to throw for the first down. Deep shot toward the end zone. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown. So on 4th down now, out comes the field goal unit. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. We're all tied up now.
Boy, this guy has such a strong leg. No problem. Up into the net from 50+.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Return starts from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. QB decides to keep it here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss. Second down and 11. Back to pass. It's Manning. Quick throw, testing the middle. What a catch! They've got him, but not before making first down yards. They move the ball to the 41.
But what a play here by this receiver for a big game for Texas. And Chris, I think back all the years of Texas football, going way back, and they've had some good receivers. Roy Williams comes to mind, Devin Duvernay more recently in the slot. But, man, they really need to start a new legacy, and maybe plays like this can get them going in a new direction.
Quick throw, the catch is made. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play. Second down play coming up for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to pass it. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, what a grab! He's brought down, but an explosive play through the air. Longhorns pick up enough yardage to move the sticks. And he keeps it. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. The back behind the quarterback now in the pistol. They look to throw it here on second down. Running back grabs it on the screen. They make the stop, but not before he gains the first down. The screen play works. This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another 1st and 10. They call the counter play here. And they'll be smothered right at the line for no gain. Second down after that run on the previous play. Takes the handoff again. They finally stop him, but a solid play sets him up. 1st and goal at the 9. The Longhorns hoping to punch it in here. They have 1st and goal. 1st and goal, they'll try to run it in. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Ball back at the 10-yard line now for 2nd and goal. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Launching one to the end zone. He makes the catch. Touchdown, Texas.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
They'll try to add the lead now to the PAT. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. For the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. A short completion of the tight end. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion. It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Chance for the offense to take the lead before the break. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Grab down the middle. It's Williams. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there. They move the 6. They'll hurry to the line here on 1st down now. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. Makes the catch downfield. Tackle made after a huge gain all the way to the 40.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Finds his man. It's Williams. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. There's the handoff. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. An important 3rd down attempt for this offense. To throw, it's Klubnik. Pass rush closing in. That's reeled in. It's Williams. Big-time conversion to keep the drive going. 1st down now from the 30. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. They make the tackle at the 19, but this offense now has a first down in the red zone. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. He's got it, looking for the end zone. Brought down at the 5 after the completion. Defense getting pushed back. And the offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
That's a big sack by this defense here on first down. Now, the offense still has opportunities to rectify this situation, but it's not the best way to start a first and goal situation.
So the ball moved back to the 12 for second and goal. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Makes the grab on the move. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball down to the 4. They crank up the tempo here for this important third down play. Out of the gun now on third down. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Tigers.
Let's go. What a fantastic half we've had here. We talk about a last-minute lead change through the air, and we can only hope the second half's going to be as exciting as this has been.
Point after attempt to tie this game up heading to the break. And it's up and good. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. They'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. So they start the drive here looking to make something happen in the final seconds before halftime. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. Solid run. They'll bring it down to the 28-yard line. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Fellas, many thanks. Happy to provide a break in the action to kind of pour over exactly what has transpired so far. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to watch this one unfold. Back to our guys in the booth.
Fields it just outside the goal line. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. He makes the grab. They moves the ball to about the 45. That's good for a first down.
This is why this Clemson offense is so tough to defend. You get caught up in the running game, the threat of the quarterback as a potential run threat. You leave yourself one-on-one, and then you can make these throws downfield to dynamic playmakers on the perimeter.
One play moves the ball to the 45. It'll be first down. Looks right for a quick completion. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. And the Tigers come to the line looking to crank up the tempo.
And there's no time to sit there and talk to each other as a defense. You give up a big gain for a first down, and already you got to get lined up because here comes the ball again.
Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Short completion there. Second down coming up. To bootleg here. And he dumps it off to the tight end. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down. Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Caught in the backfield. It's Williams. And he will be stuffed for no gain. Offense getting set. It's second down. to the air. It's clubbing it.
Well, sometimes these wide receiver screens, the quarterback simply needs to play the numbers game to the outside, and he can avoid these negative plays in the future. Pretty much that simple.
Looking to chuck it again. Let's it fly to the wideout. Oh, he makes the catch. They make the tackle, but that's enough to set him up first down at the 15. Clemson now operating in the red zone. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Defense is coming after him. Swarm with a pass rush. A sack.
So the first snap in the red zone, and this defense, I'll tell you what, they are up for the challenge. A big sack that could really lessen the damage on this drive.
A sack makes it second down and forever. Looking for a man. Caught behind the line. It's Randall. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain. Ninth play of the drive coming up. This is a tough third and long. Out of the gun now on third down. Running out of time in the pocket. Can't find anybody on third down. Throws it away. And now fourth down coming up. So here comes the kicking team on the field. They'll settle for 3. Makes it look easy. And they jump back in front.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now to begin at the 19. Back in motion now. Dropping back. It's Manning. Caught over the middle. It's Moore. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Well, they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
That completion sets up a second down play. Grab behind the line. It's Moore. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. Here's a quick throw off the play fake. It's a nice wrap-up there by the junior. Offense getting set. Second down play here. QB bootlegs here. It's a shovel pass, complete. Stopped right there at the line. No gain. The offense facing a tough conversion here. Third and long from the 42. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. There's a fastball, but it's intercepted. He can go. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Boy, does a nice job here as a safety of just sitting back, kind of playing center field, letting the play develop, and then once the ball's in the air, he did not hesitate, and that quickness allowed him to come up with that interception.
Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. They'd love to stretch the lead here with a touchdown. Had to settle for 3 last time. And now the handoff. First down and more. He's still running. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. On first down, it's play action. Looking for the wideout. Pass caught. Can he get in? He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Bringing it out, it's Gibson. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now to begin at the 19. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. The defense swarms. He's going backwards. He'll lose 4 yards on the play. Going backwards to open up this drive after the loss. 2nd down and 15. Play fake, looking to throw. Quick throw to his receiver. What a catch! Good enough for the first down to the 37. The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. Testing the right side here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Boy, a great play here by a Clemson defender. It makes you think of all these great Clemson defenders they've had over the years, like The Fridge or Daquan Bowers, Vic Beasley, Grady Jarrett, and, of course, most recently, Myles Murphy, who got drafted just a few years ago. Always great defensive lineman, allows this defense to be athletic. And with players like this, it's just a defense you do not want to face.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Short throw complete to the tight end. And the tackle is made on what's going to be the final play of this period. So Clemson has the lead here, Kirk, as we head to the quarter break. We've reached the end of 3. Time is running out to cut into the lead. Let's take a look at the game sets before we move on. We're set now for the 4th quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? Needs a completion here on 4th down. And looking for a big play here. And the ball is picked off. Oh, he's bringing it back. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Well, I thought they had a real chance here to be able to cut into this lead, but the quarterback gives it back to the defense, and the climb just got much steeper as they're running out of time here in the 4th.
So here comes the first play of this drive. They're set up at their own 48. First down, looking to throw the ball. Grab behind the line. It's Haynes. And the broken tackle there produces a solid game.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. Caught in the backfield. It's Moore. Looks like Clemson will have the first down. 1st and 10 play coming up. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Caught! He's wide open. Look out! Tackle finally made down at the 13-yard line.
I mean, Chris, look at this guy. Now, you talk about having a great day throwing the football and leading his team to a nice, comfortable lead late in the game, and it continues. The coach is showing confidence in what he can do.
Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. Touchdown, Tigers! A great catch and run for 6. If you play quarterback, how about appreciating a receiver that runs his routes that precisely?
Chris, it's not just his route running. It's the chemistry between the quarterback and the receiver that really, I think, is unique. They put so much time into this in the offseason. By the time they get to Saturdays, you can close your eyes and make your throw. It's exactly what we saw right there.
And the extra point up and good makes it a 3-score game, up 17 here in the 4th. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20, tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Manning. Wide open downfield. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. Longhorns will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 42. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time. Had the big play to start the drive, but now, 2 incompletions, they face a 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. Heavy pressure, he lets it go. So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on 4th down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. And he's brought down. A sack will end this drive. Huge play here by the defense.
Now, the quarterback's got to get the ball out of his hands. He had a lot of time back there in the pocket, looking over the field, desperately trying to find an open receiver. Nobody's open, but he still has got to take off or try to make a play. Instead, he's sacked, and it's a turnover on downs.
And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? Grinding away on the ground. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Back behind the quarterback, a line in a pistol. Using his legs, it's Haynes. And that run produces a decent gain. It's the 2-minute timeout as the offense continues to try to work the clock and secure an impressive victory here today. On 3rd and short, they try to pick it up on the ground. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down. Handoff here from the shotgun. He's stopped, but he gets a 1st down. Clemson now operating in the red zone. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage.